Hello, welcome to week 5 of the Puck Drops here. I'm Lloyd Jones, joined of course by Coach Mike Lane as always, and we've got a guest today. We've got Rachel Sharpie Sharples, our son photographer, hockey player extraordinaire, hockey photographer who does a phenomenal job shooting the hockey programs. And Rachel, you've been pretty darn busy at Ham Arena. You got your own little spot there or what?
Yeah, no, I seem to live at the rink lately, but thank you for having me. And yeah, recently we hosted the Dave Dorr tournament.
18th annual?
Yeah, 18th annual. The local Women's Hockey League hosts it every year, 16 teams from all around New England. Play in 4 divisions. This year was our first year having 4 local teams too, which was fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And we had a good time.
And who do we have for local teams? I think I got some names here.
Yeah, so in the highest division we had C division, Halls Concrete, and then in the upper D division we had WTF, which doesn't stand what you think it stands for. It stands for Where's the Fireball, which I don't know if that's better or not.
Where's the Fireball?
But Where's the Fireball? And then in our D division, we had the Wild Woman D team. And then in the Rec division, we had Wild Woman Rec.
Were you on Wild Woman Rec?
I was on Wild Woman Rec. I was a center, which isn't my favorite spot, but we had a good time, and we had a lot of really new players. So that
What's your favorite spot?
I like wing,
Do you?
if I can have it. But yeah, I'll play anywhere. But
You guys played 4 games or 3 games?
each team played 3 games. So there were 4 teams in each division, and we got to play every other team. And then championships were all Sunday. So my team played 3 games, and we lost all of them, but we had a good time doing it. So.
It looked like you had a fun time. I think we were well represented, and I think the big winner from the weekend is you guys raised a lot of money for Starting Point.
Yeah, $2,350 for Starting Point with our raffle proceeds. So that was huge. And
that's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, we pick a different organization every year to support, and that's always great way to connect with.
They didn't leave the locker room in disarray, Coach, did they?
No, it was cleaner than the way we left it, I'm
Really?
sure. So yeah.
And
so.
you remember Dave Dorr. I mean, we all got some Dave Dorr stories, I think.
Yeah, no, I think we talked about him a few shows ago, but wonderful man, and it's great to honor him with this tournament. It's always, the arena's always packed, and they do a great job of, there's always a little bit of talk from some of the men's league tournaments about having them come and run it because they do such a good job. Yeah, so with their raffle table and the way the arena's just full from morning till night. So
yeah, and I think Rachel, you were there from like 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. or one day.
Oh yeah, there was one day I took photos at a game. It was a WTF game that started I think 8:20 in the morning, and then I didn't play till 8:20 at night. So by the time I was done there, we finished up our game, got everything wrapped up. I was at the rink for a long day.
And you do a lot of volunteer scorekeeping and stuff like that?
Yes,
just pitching
in? And big shout out to all the volunteers that came. It's a volunteer run tournament, so all the people in the box, running the raffle tables, keeping everything going. And I think everybody in the score booth played music the whole time. So
did they really?
We were always having a good time in there.
And it's the Mount Washington Valley Hockey's League? Is that what it's called?
Mount Washington Valley Women's Hockey League, yeah.
Yeah, and we got some photos from the tournament, so let's get right into it, and you can take us through some photos. They're mostly all your images, but I think you're in a couple of them.
Yeah.
Oh, first I got to thank Porter Office Machine. I do this every time. I apologize, Porter Office Machine. You guys are incredibly loyal to us. You're a sponsor, and we're very lucky to have you. Now in your 65th year, you specialize in reconditioned equipment, point of service solutions, simple print solutions. Everything you need for your printing needs, you go see Mark Porter. Mark will take good care of you. He is truly one of the best people you'll ever meet. So thank you, Porter Office Machines. There we go. I dropped the ball again.
Yeah. So this is the Wild Women Rec team that I'm there next to the goalie. And this is big shout out to Lisa Eastwood and Earl Hopkins, who both photograph a lot of the high school teams.
Oh yeah.
They came to take photos while my team was on the ice. So this was our team. And then this is the Halls Concrete team. They were in the C division.
They look like the Raiders a little bit. Oakland Raiders.
Oh, I thought those jerseys were so cool. They really popped against the ice. And
Did they?
They played against a lot of teams that you can tell just practice together all the time.
Ooh.
And for a league that we just show up and we have fun, I think they held their own pretty good.
Did they? Good.
And then this is the Wild Women D team. And they had some really good games.
You had pretty good numbers for players.
Yeah.
It looked like.
So I think most of the other, unfortunately, we had a couple people drop off the rec team, but I think all the other teams had enough for 3 forward lines for at least most of their games.
Good.
and then this is the WTF team. So
Where's the fireball?
where's the fireball? They had the fireball in the locker room, not on the bench, of course. But yeah, they made it to their championship.
Yeah.
And that was the team they tied. It was a really great game. Unfortunately, they lost 1-0, but it was an awesome game. And they all have their fancy nicknames on the back there.
Oh, okay.
So,
No luck? Is that for the line through luck or
Yeah.
number 17?
yeah, she's
Cool.
one of the bench coaches. And that's the Wild Women D goalie, or rec goalie, Shannon McKenney. She was new. She started in the league same time I did,
Did
like
she
3
really?
years ago. And
Oh
she's
my gosh.
doing incredible.
Awesome.
And that's Betty Legoff, actually. So she's the one that heads up the league
Does
and
she?
does a lot of the making the tournament look nice, and she does a lot for our league.
That's awesome.
And an incredible defender.
Yeah. Nice shots.
Yeah.
And there's the Skeltons.
Yeah. So Becca Skelton was in the WTF team, and then Jody Skelton, her mother, was on the Wild Women D team. And actually, there were, I think, 3 other teams that also had mothers and daughters playing together,
Really?
which I thought was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And that was, I think that's from the Wild Women Rec Championship.
Oh, okay.
So that's Hell's Bells and the NEKET Women. It was
Oh my gosh.
It was a mouthful, but
Yeah. We had teams from all over New England, I guess,
Yeah.
which is great.
yeah, I think most of them those 2 were Massachusetts and Vermont.
Yeah.
And that's the WTF again. She actually, works for the Conway PD, and she took her lunch break so that she could play in the championship game.
So how did you get that shot? I mean, that looks like you're up above.
Yeah, I was in the press box.
Or you're in the press box?
And she was pretty close to the,
Oh, okay.
the boards, so I just kind of lean over and hope for the best. There's
Lots of action.
Yeah. Especially when you get to that C and upper D divisions, they're
Pretty
just
competitive. huh?
fast players. and-
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. That was one of our Hall's Concrete players scoring a goal.
Nice.
And she was on the Sharks too, my team in the league. And that's Rachel Fryerman. She's an incredible goalie, also on the Sharks
Is she?
in our
Oh,
Monday
yeah.
Night League. So she made a lot of really great saves.
Oh, that's good.
And there's another Kara Schellemmer scoring a goal. So,
Yeah, right through the 5-hole, it
Yeah.
looks like. Really good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And now, Coach, talking of good stuff, you guys are on a little roll now.
Yeah.
We got the puck bouncing our way a little bit,
Yeah.
finally.
Yep. No, it was coming out of the last show we did. We had a couple of rough games, and but
I was so fired up for the game with the Pack, Pembroke Campbell, is it?
Yep.
And, I mean, the game just got turned on its head 10 seconds in when poor Cam Fusco got hurt.
yeah, no, it was a tough situation, obviously.
Yeah.
10 seconds in the game, immediately go on a 5-minute major power play, which, in terms is good. You're always happy to be on the power play, but when you get a power play that early, sometimes it can really throw off the flow of the game, and we just never got into a rhythm and got ourselves down, and we're jumbling things. Cam's obviously a huge part of our team.
Yeah.
He plays in all situations, and so we were really scrambling, and then we just chased the whole game, and just wasn't our night. So that was one of those ones you don't really do much film work on. You just kind of bury it and
Yeah.
move on to the next one.
Well, Rachel shot the game for us and came back and said, we lost, but we played better than the score. It was a better game than the score easily.
Yeah, we had some opportunities, certainly on the power play, that
Yeah.
first one, but again, we just really didn't have any rhythm. We didn't, and they were really physical, and again, we're getting close to being fully healthy, but that
Is
was
Cam
that was
out
tough.
for a little while, or hopefully
Yeah,
not,
I mean,
or-
it's going to be a while.
Is
Yep,
it?
Yeah, there's-
Shoulder?
Yeah, yep. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Oh,
so.
jeez. But also on the injury front, good news on Sawyer Hussey?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
he close?
Yeah, he's back tomorrow night.
Is
so-
he really?
Yeah. So.
Awesome.
Yep. He played a JV game on Monday up at Berlin.
And
yeah.
we won that one up there 3-1, I think.
Yep, we did. And so JV's, he's also going to play on our JV game tonight against Somersworth. So getting his hands back. We really hadn't planned on him playing tonight in the Somersworth JV game, but he asked if he could. Still, yesterday was his first full contact practice. And so it was really nice. Coach Mike Poulin, we brought Sawyer up to Berlin and just kind of asked for just light contact on him. And his players, a credit to them, just really followed through on that and allowed us to bring him up there and start to get him some touches. So so he's He's raring to go. He
Is
dressed
he?
for the game Wednesday
Nice.
night at Stark and went through warm-ups, and so that's gonna be a big boost for our team. So.
Oh my God, that's like a big free agent signing. I mean,
It
we
is.
got a top 3 defenseman returning to the program. I mean, our defense was already pretty good, I thought. And
Yeah, no,
we're deep.
Yeah, we've moved some things around, but credit to Grayson Witchley, Owen Zip, Connor Wiggin, and we've made some moves. Richie Vargas is now back up at forward, and so we had Robbie play D the other day against Stark, and so it's going to be game plan oriented of what we do and who we play where, but.
I think that flexibility is huge, Mike.
Yeah, having players who we always talk about that to our players. The more things you can do, the more situations you can be put in and put on the ice.
It can help us. Yeah, absolutely. So we pack game in the rearview mirror. Then we go last Saturday to favorite event, one of my favorite events of every sports year. I so look forward to skate with the Eagles. And my gosh, you kind of got right in a hurry on the rink, on the ice. I mean, 12-1 victory over Laconia Winnisquam. We jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead, and then we tacked on 4 more in the second, and then 6 in the third, and everyone got a lot of good ice time. We got our young goalie Laughlin got his first win and start and net, and just so many positives from that game.
Yeah, we talked about being a get-right game. Laconia's been down for several years now, and so, but you still got to play the game. You got to play it the right way, and I thought for the most part we did a good job of that. We had really good puck movement, and we moved the puck so well, especially in the third. It was kind of like you don't want to score any more goals, but our passing put us in situations.
Passing
where
was pinpoint.
Yeah,
my goodness.
Yeah, where you didn't have a choice but to shoot. But the players, I think they really stuck to that get right mentality and played a good game and. Certainly felt good to get some goals and get some confidence.
Yeah, and Tucker looked pretty good in goal, I thought.
Yeah, Tucker's coming off a really good 18U season. He's still only 14, playing in he has 14U eligibility, and he played really well. He actually didn't see a shot until I think there was 5:36 to play in the second period when he saw his first shot.
Yeah.
But he had a couple of testers in the third, and
there was one stint where I think they had 3 shots in a row on him, and he made 3 nice stops. It was like, ooh, good for him.
Yeah, no, he's doing a really good job in our JV games of and working hard with Coach Dayak, so on the goaltending front. So yeah, the future's bright for him.
Good. And JV wise, I think we got 14 game schedule or something like that. I mean, Mike, you must be at the rink constantly.
Yeah, I'm there quite a bit. Yeah, we're this time of year, dinner's usually at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, but no, I love it, and it's really important to us as a coaching staff that we treat the JV games and situations exactly like varsity situations and varsity games. So we do the same routine. We do pregame meetings. We have points of emphasis of what we want to cover, what we want to accomplish during a game, and our coaches, a credit to all them as they help us. We're spread thin sometimes with work, and but we make sure we have as many coaches as we have there. Had the pleasure of riding up to Berlin with Todd. We had him on the bench on Monday.
Did you really?
Berlin,
Oh, nice.
So that was really nice, and so again, we'll have a bunch of us there tonight for the game. And
I mean, ideally, how many do you dress for a JV game, Coach?
I mean, ideally, you want to have 2 sets of D, 4D, and 3 lines in a perfect world.
Yeah.
Sometimes, depending on what the varsity schedule is, you may only have 10 guys, or you may only go 3D.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the situation, and also who you're playing. The JV, you want to have competitive games, and so sometimes you may bring a few extra guys because like next Saturday, I believe we're going to Exeter, so we'll probably bring a couple of our upper level guys, probably some of our third line guys will come up and play that game with us but then like Western Maine the other day, we had a really competitive game last Friday with them, and we just brought 2 lines, and it was really good for those freshmen and younger guys to get some quality ice time.
And now we got a tournament tonight, I think, starting. Isn't it Western Maine hosting a tournament?
Yeah, so tomorrow we host Somersworth in a regular JV game this evening, and then tomorrow we're over in Western Maine all day, starting bus leaves at 7:30, and we'll be over there all day for 3 games, 4 teams in that Jamboree tournament.
And at the same time, we've got a varsity game.
Yeah, so varsity game's at 7 tomorrow night, so we'll have that, and then we'll take the bus back, and then jump on the other bus and head to Proctor Academy of Lake Kearsarge, Plymouth. So.
Oh my gosh! But we can't got to get back to the Laconia Winnisquam game. We play and the game ends, and you can just see the kids on the at Skate with the Eagles time, and the eyes are lighting up, and our players' eyes light up. I mean, they really get into it. We've got some great photos here that folks have shared with us, and let's roll some photos.
Sounds good.
And you take us through them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oops, this is
No, this is Griffin Meador.
Yeah,
prior
Griffin-
to the Pack game. So.
yeah. Prior to the Pack game, he was our guest lineup guy,
Yeah.
lineup card, and gave us some good words of wisdom. And then Justin Umlove returns.
Yeah, no, well, Griffin's not coming back because we lost 6-0, so he's fired. But yeah, this is Justin Umla with his son Everett. Of course, we all know how important, the Umlas are to the Ham Arena, and it was Justin made the trip all the way up from Cape Cod, where he's living now,
my God.
through that rain on Saturday
Whew.
with his son, and Justin and his father and mother were in attendance as well. Justin actually sent me a message Saturday night and apologized for Everett stepping on the eagle. So,
Oh, you're not allowed to?
Well, you're not supposed to. It's,
superstition?
yeah. Well, it's just a hockey, one of those hockey things.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't know that.
But I told him if anyone could step on it, it's an Umla. So, but yeah, he did a great job. Had a great message for the team, and we may have to bring him back after we scored 12 goals.
Yeah,
So,
my gosh, yeah. And he's also a mentor, right?
Yep, he's Gabe Shaw's mentor, so he really was important that he came up. There was actually supposed to be a ceremony celebrating the Ham Arena before the game.
And that didn't happen, right?
Yeah,
Because of weather?
unfortunately, due to weather and a couple other things that happened, so they had to cancel. So I actually reached out to Justin and said that they're not doing the ceremony. He said, no, I've got to get up and see Gabe play. So, so it was really pretty special. He's class 03. I had the pleasure of playing with him. He was a freshman when I was a senior, and so really appreciate Justin doing that.
And Gabe had a big game for himself, I think.
Yeah.
2 or 3 goals, I think.
Yeah, I think he got 2 goals and I think 3 assists in that game.
gosh,
So so he had a big one. So
And then it was Skate with the Eagles time, and just everyone gets into it. I mean,
yeah, it's one of my favorite things, and again, the brainchild of Kelly Murphy. And unfortunately, we were missing a couple of teams because of the weather and things changed around. They were scheduled outside of the building. The Youth Hockey Association, who plays in Granite State, now all the scheduling is done via computer and via computer system. So it makes it a lot harder to plan this and have all the teams. So we were missing a couple of teams, but still a great turnout from some young kids. And there's a future goalie with our current goalie. That's Jack McAllister.
yeah, Jack and Zach.
Yep. So that's oh geez, Gabe with
Ryan.
Ryan McCracken. Thank
Ryan
you.
McCracken,
Sorry.
yeah.
Our team's been behaving, so I don't talk to Mr. McCracken very often. So
That's good. There's the first lady of Kennett Hockey. Who's
Yep.
she with?
So she's with Mr. Vargas, Gabe Shaw, her son Robbie Sawyer, Grayson Witchley, and Cam Fusco.
Yeah.
So
Kelly does so much. I mean, so it was her brainchild, huh?
Yep.
And you know these two pretty
I do
well.
know these two. Yep. So I got a kind of a smile out of Aiden with his sister Kendall, but
Yeah.
she
My
was,
God, Kendall's grown. I haven't seen her in so long, Mikey.
Yeah, she was psyched. She got new skates for Christmas, so she was pretty excited to be out there to cruise around the rink.
And Aiden's having a great season.
He is, yes, he really is, and
Just a good group here. I
Yep.
just really. And then Blast from the Past. I found a couple of oldies.
yeah. So I'm trying to look here. This is I say this is 2017.
You got it perfect, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Michael Seavey and Furtado, Biggio, and
Yeah.
Mr. Brown, Tanner Brown in the
I
background.
like those
there.
uniforms too. Kind of like the Rangers.
Well, and speaking of Rachel, here with us, I mean, you can see in the background, that's Leah Canavari. That's before the girls' co-op, but you can see all the young ladies that are gathered around here and girls hockey here and how it's grown. So.
Oh my gosh, there she is.
Yep. So.
Yeah, Leah loved hockey. I
Yep.
mean, she. And there's another Kennett hockey player.
Yep, Grace and Charlotte Hatch. Charlotte's on the Pee Wee team now.
Is she
and
really?
unfortunately, she was out of the building. They had a Pee Wee game, but she's
Oh my gosh.
she's actually a 10U player, but she's playing at the 12U level this year.
Is
so
she really?
Yeah, she's a really good player. So
Yeah.
and that's Logan, her brother, with Charlotte there.
Yeah. Mr. Jones, Dom.
Yeah, Dom.
Yeah, Dom really wasn't a hockey. Dom started in hockey, left for a couple of years, then came back to hockey, and he really made a difference his senior year. I think it was
was
very
just
impactful for him.
Fantastic young man, so well spoken. I had the pleasure of running into him at the 100th anniversary.
Did you?
Yeah,
Good.
and
He
it
came
just-
back.
Yeah,
Great.
and it's just great seeing him. He's just just a fine young man. So
Yeah. So we take that momentum. We go on the road and 7-0 over John Stark Hopkinton Hillsborough Deering.
yeah, that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. I mean, it's like JSHHHD, and it's
Yeah.
like, huh?
Yeah. No, I think credit to our players. It's the most complete game we played all season.
Was it?
Yeah,
Good.
45-minute effort. John Stark, their record's not great, but they've been in every game. It was one of those games
They're
we were
feisty.
looking at it. Yeah, I mean, only lost to Berlin 3-1 up there, so we knew we were going to be, up against it. They had a really good crowd, and we kept them quiet, really the whole
Yeah.
game. So
It was Aiden who got us on top, wasn't it?
yeah, no, he had a really nice shot in the second period. Came down on a rush. Spencer Glocken hit him, and really nice shot just under the crossbar. Actually, I think got a piece of kind of the elbow as it went in. And
Really? Oh, nice.
So yeah, no. So it was really happy for him.
Yeah, and Spencer's been doing some good stuff for us too.
Yeah, no, Spencer had a great game. He was winning puck battles. Figured in on a couple other goals as well. I think both Aiden and Spencer both had 3-point nights. So it was really nice feed. Actually, Spencer had just sent Aiden in on a breakaway the shift before.
Really?
He made a nice save. So he fed him again on this one, and this one went in. So
Nice.
Yeah, so it was really good to see.
Then we
and
got-
it was good too because we had a great first period, had nothing to show for
Oh,
nothing
geez.
game. Had outshot them, I think 12-6, including we had a 5-on-3 that we didn't capitalize
no,
on. So,
really?
so it was good that the players stuck with it, didn't get frustrated, and then broke out for 4 in the second.
Oh,
So,
yeah. And, couple of time goal scorers for us in that one.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Our two defensemen.
Yeah, 2 defensemen. Yep. Owen Zip got
Freshman.
the third goal of the game, freshman. Vargas made it 2-0, and then Owen Zip, really patient from the blue line, walked it to the middle and took a wrist shot through a screen and scored. And it's awesome seeing the players, how excited they are when that player, and they know, okay, they just scored their first goal, and then it's a race for the puck
Is it really?
to get it, So really cool that he scored. And then Grayson Witchley got his first goal.
Which, good
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, he's been, just such a bright spot, and what he's done and the improvement in his game. And, he's been joking about, he's a stay-at-home defenseman, right? Physical, plays between the dots well. And, we joked after that he can tell everyone it was a bar down goal because there was no cameras there. So, but real nice shot through a screen and picked up his first goal as well. So congratulations to both those guys.
Then Adam Lopushansky got a hat trick.
Yeah, he had 3. Yep, 3 goals. He was buzzing all night. We went 2 centers with 3 sets of wings for the most part during the game, and him and Nolan Prue both down the middle. Those two, a lot of minutes on their legs, but they both were phenomenal, and a lot of team goals.
So is
certainly.
Vargas skating with Dayak and Lopushansky? Is that they're together?
Well, you had Dayak and Vargas as a pair on wings, then Parsons and Shaw together as a pair on wings, and Glocken and Lane as a pair on wings, and then
Nice.
Lopushansky and Prue just go right down the middle.
Oh, you moved Adam to center.
Yeah, Adam played center, so yeah. And give
That's
him
his
more
natural
freedom.
position, right?
It is, yeah. And so, and he's got good stamina, so we felt like that was a good move for the game, and it paid off. I thought we were buzzing all night. I think the shots ended up like 42 to 13 or something like that. So I mean, it was they had a
Zach,
tough
quiet
night.
night between the posts.
It was a quiet shutout, but he also made some real big saves.
Did
I mean,
he?
It was the 13 shots. When we did give up shots, we gave up testers. So got to clean that up a little bit. But I thought he was real good. Made a huge. It was 0-0. And he made a huge save in the second period, and then led right down to Aiden scoring that
Did
goal.
he? Oh, good.
Came across the crease and made a right toe save on a backdoor play. So stopped a breakaway in the third period. Early on was still 4-0. So. He earned the shutout for sure.
Did he really? Oh, that's awesome. And then speaking of awesome, I was on Facebook and I saw we had a former Summersworth coach come up and speak to the guys yesterday. I mean, that's kind of a little unheard of, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
did he reach out to you guys, or how did that come about?
Yeah, so Shane Maurice, he played at Summersworth, graduated in 06, played against my brother, played against Todd.
Oh, gosh.
We've known each other for a long time, and then he began coaching was an assistant coach for Summersworth, and then took over the head coaching job we've coached a lot of big games against each other.
That was a great rivalry
yeah,
there.
it was. And you know, we've become real close friends over the years, and traded scouting reports, and then recently, the last couple of years, he's actually joined our Frechette Tire men's league team. And
Oh, is he Roll
yeah,
Tire?
he's played some tournaments with
Nice.
us, and you know, and so it's always fun. Like, you know, we have Mike Poulin who comes down and plays with us. So we'll you know, Jason Perrin, you know, we play against, and so we have these conversations, you know, the four coaches, and you know, talking. But Shane, you know, it's I love, and I think he does too. You love picking the brain of hockey people and talking about different philosophies, different ideas, and he stepped away from coaching Somersworth because he has a young son, and he didn't want to miss his youth hockey games.
Good for him.
So his son's 10, and so he's following him around Dover youth hockey, and but so I just said to him, I said, we bring in these guest speakers to have different messages, and I thought it'd be unique and a little different for the players to hear an outside perspective of not only Kennett hockey but high school hockey and thoughts and philosophies. And so so I asked him if he'd be willing, and he said yes. And so he came up last night and observed our practice, and you know, and then came in and addressed the team and talked to about it. And so it was really cool, really special.
Yeah.
And, we got into the question portion where the players can ask some questions, and Robbie had a few questions about, you know, what was the best Somersworth Kennett game you've ever coached or played in, and so that sparked a little bit of debate about
Was it?
games.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, no, just a really great guy, and really happy that he was willing to do it and give a different perspective to the players.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And, will you have someone address us before tomorrow night's game?
Yeah, well, that's still in the works.
Yeah.
A couple of the so we've had an alumni go in, you know, and give the starters
Yeah.
and quick message before the game. I gave the message before the start game because that was where I went to college. And
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So I did that, and but Proctor Academy is kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I'm gonna have to do a little work here to maybe find someone who's.
Get Justin to fire up the team.
Yeah, yep. So we'll figure that out and see who can come in and.
It's a pretty big game, I think, Mike. I mean,
It is.
Kearsarge Plymouth's been playing fairly well. Aren't they coming off a good result with Belmont Guilford? Or
Yeah, they tied Belmont Guilford 3-3 on Wednesday night. They have a real good goalie. I think Belmont Guilford outshot them kind of similar to what we did to start. I think it was like 45 to 15 in that range, but their goaltender's real strong. They have two strong lines, and they're real opportunistic. So we got to make sure we take away odd man rushes, make them play 200 feet, and capitalize on our chances. And hopefully this scoring, 19 goals in the last two games continues.
Oh my gosh,
we're able to put some home, because right now it's they're sitting half a game ahead of us in the standings for that fourth spot.
Nice to flip flop with them.
It would, yeah. So.
And then I think we got one more on the road, do we? And then we finally get home, and it's Berlin Gorham on the 31st. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, a couple in a row. Yeah, so big one obviously Saturday, and then we're down at Spalding playing Division II team on Wednesday. So that'll be a big test for us. And
bonus points if we win that?
Yeah, get the extra point. So that'll be a huge one, and then come home against Berlin, and that'll be that I think will be a great game on that Wednesday night.
Yeah, got a week to prep for it, which is nice.
Yeah, and then we come out of that and we get into the Cancer game. So we're really excited for that week.
Cancer game is going to be huge. So you guys have raised over $50,000 in 4 years. I think. I mean, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a credit. We always talk about this community and how generous they are, and so it's important that we give back. And so all the players are out there; they're accepting pledges. No amount is too small, and
each player trying to raise a couple $100 or $100.
So we set a goal of $150 per player, and I know a lot of them go out and they try to raise far more. And I think
we had three over 1,000, didn't we, last year?
I think we had at least three over 1,000 last year. May have been a couple more over 1,000. So we're hoping we do that again, and playing for Parker Kurz and as well as Jen Friends Cancer Foundation. So.
Yeah, find a Kennett hockey player and reach out to them. If not, you can make checks payable to Mount Washington Valley Youth Hockey Association, P.O. Box 948, Conway, New Hampshire 03818. And we definitely want to get behind it. The game's on February 3rd. And don't want to miss it. I mean, just amazing times for Kennett hockey. 25th year of Kennett hockey. Lots of good stuff going on. Rachel, you enjoy shooting hockey. My gosh.
Oh, it's the best. I love it. I love it. And there's such a fun team to watch, and it's so incredible. And when the fans are there and they get riled up, and I love the celebration photos the best too. When you see them go straight to the fans and everybody's jumping at the boards, Nothing beats it.
It's so cool, Mike, because after games, Rachel will come in the office and she and I will just chat about them, and
Yeah.
it's just like everyone's like, God, those two are a little too into hockey, and we're like, so it's really fun. And you were going to just go watch a little of the championship hockey game in the Peter Hall Christmas tournament. And
Yeah, I told myself I'm going to stay for one period. I can get enough photos, and then I stay the whole game because it's just so fun to watch.
Well, I think it's a credit, and I talk about it in Valley Vision too, is Alan Phoenix.
Yeah.
Rachel's understanding of the game of hockey to anticipate too that certain things are going to happen.
Yeah.
To get those shots is a credit to her, and
Yeah.
so yeah.
I think the Peter Hall game, when it went into double overtime, I was running back and forth to the ends because, like, if they score, I need to be on the right end.
Yep. Yep.
But it was so much fun. Lots of good stuff. And your team's in first place now. The Sharks, 6-4.
Yeah. So we just started 2 weeks ago. We started back up on our Monday night leagues, and yeah, we started strong. We'll see if we keep winning or not. But last session, the fall session, all 4 teams that we have ended with an even score. So we were
Really?
all
A tie?
even record.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll see how this goes, and we just play for fun for a couple weeks, and then we've got playoffs and championships in early April. So.
We got a couple more. We're running long on time, but it's our show. We can go as long as we want. So we got a couple of photos from Boston Bruins hockey. Bees, did you watch any of them against the Avalanche last night?
I got home just in time for the third period. So
Yeah. Here we got Jack McAllister went to the game on Martin Luther King Day, and he was trying to get a puck. He didn't get a puck, but he got recognized by Swayman. So
that's pretty cool.
yeah. And then Marin, she was like, "Can I get a puck too?" So she made her own little sign.
Yep.
Very cool.
Marin was at the Skate with the Eagles. I got her autograph too.
That's
so,
right. There's
yeah,
a nice
so-
picture of you
yeah,
guys.
So
And there's the McAllisters and their friends having a great time. And
it's all a good game.
Yeah. If you go to a game and you want to send your photos to have them on the puck drops here, we'd love to run them on TV. So send them to Lloyd at ConwayDailySun.com, and we'll get them on the screen for you. And Pasternak, hat trick last night. Would you throw your hat onto the ice? Have you ever thrown your hat onto the ice? Would you throw a hat onto the ice?
They're pretty expensive.
They
now,
are
so-
pretty expensive. I know.
Yeah, so I don't know. When I was a kid, when I go to a game, I feel like it's bad luck, but I would used to bring like an extra hat in case.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
But so yeah, but they're pretty expensive. So
I've got this crummy hat that I'm dying to get rid of. Lynn just won't let me get rid of it. She said, "That's your snowblowing hat." And I would love to go to a game and just heave that
Yeah.
sucker for all it was worth.
yep. Well, it's fun if you watch too, like seeing the hat the player picks out from the ice, because they always pick a hat.
He
out
picked
from-
out some cool looking
Yeah,
thing.
it was a fancy hat he had last night. So
Yeah, it looked like a flamingo dancer's kind of thing with a little gold swirl around it. He
Yep.
liked that one.
yep. So he took that one, but.
And one last thing, women's Beanpot coming up, right?
Yes, we've got a historic women's bean pot on Tuesday night. It's the first time the women's championship will be played at TD Garden. Traditionally, they rotate between the 4 Beanpot schools, but they will be, for the championship game and the consolation game, BU and I think Northeastern is the team they're facing in the Beanpot. So that'll be an exciting game.
You're pretty fired up.
Yeah, I got my BU. I'm ready to go.
UNH women beat BU women last week.
Did
though.
they really?
Yeah, 4-0. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Women's
BU
hockey's-
men got men's.
Got a little revenge?
Yeah, 3-0.
But UNH beat them early, remember?
They
Because
did.
wasn't BU #1 in the nation,
They
and
were,
UNH
yeah.
beat them. So
Yep.
good little Northeast hockey is just huge right now.
It
Yeah.
is.
Everything is good. So speaking of good, we want to wish you good luck, Coach, this weekend to the JVs and to the varsity. Hopefully, we'll have some good stuff to talk about next week, Mike.
Sounds great.
And Rachel, thank you so much for coming on. And the Women's Hockey League, you guys, open invitation to always come and join us. We want to talk hockey with all things hockey with everyone. And Porter Office Machine, we can't thank you guys enough for sponsoring us. And I think that's a wrap for this week. For Coach Lane, for Rachel, for Lloyd, for Rob Struble, thanks for watching the Puck Drops here. Have a great week, everyone.